You'll still get those even if there's 0.
Okay.
But actually, I don't know if that's true.
Okay. Sorry. Dave, I am really focused on creating better supplier content.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
In the academy. And I think one of the critical errors that we make is that we design training thinking that suppliers are going to spend oodles of time in our products when that's simply not the case. Right? Yeah. We found out that suppliers are logging into so many different systems, so many different portals that they want to get in and they want to get out. All right. So that's exactly why I think you are perfect for helping us build better supplier content. Right. So let's start off first with the street cred, right? Why are you sitting across from me telling me all this stuff?
Yeah. So I'm in the support center.
Yeah.
Under technical customer service representative.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm on the phones answering emails, just walking users through how to use our product, basically.
Okay, so when they get stuck, you're the person that actually helps them get out of this hole.
Exactly. Yeah.
Perfect.
Hopefully,
yes, right? That's the intent.
That's the intent. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So in terms of suppliers, right? Where do you see suppliers getting stuck the most in our product?
I see them getting stuck the most, really with the connections. So they might have a login, have a supplier group set up, but actually making that connection with their customer, so that they can actually upload the documents. That's one of the biggest things, that we see repetitively in support is just that whole connections process.
Whole connections, right? So everything is dependent on connections, right? A customer has to initiate that process, correct?
That's true. Yeah, a supplier inside their supplier group, they cannot start a connection.
Okay. All right. So they get a connection request and they have to accept on a certain number of levels, correct? It's not just that, like that one accept.
That's correct. Yeah. Yeah. There's 3, basically. There's, you're connecting with the customer, and which is what I see a lot is they stop there. They connect the customer connection, but they haven't connected the location or the item.
Okay.
So unless you connect that location, it's not going to show up in the document requests.
Gotcha. Okay. So if we were to create the most efficient way for a supplier to get in, get those docs to their customers, and get out, right?
Yeah.
What would that look like? What does the Dave Stroman supplier model, supplier success model look like?
Yeah. I mean, that all starts just, signing up for free, getting a login account.
Okay.
Once you log into TraceGains, you're able to, there's a big blue button right on the first screen saying create a supplier group. You click that, takes you to the application. You submit your application. That goes over to our network support guys. Within 24 hours, it's approved. After that, you can log in to your supplier group and basically get working on it. The first thing, if it's a new supplier group, you're probably going to want to reach out to your customer. Just let them know, hey, got a supplier group set up. Please start the connection process. And pretty much all those customers, I mean, they're going to know what that means. So you don't have to go into any explanation or anything. They're just going to start the connection process. So.
Okay. All right. So let's jump into the product then. Yes. Show me, I've already set up my supplier group. I'm already into customer management. I want to get in. I want to get those docs to my customers, and I want to get out.
Yeah.
So where's my first stop?
Absolutely. Yeah. So once you log into your supplier group, you're going to come to a screen that's pretty much like this. It's your home screen. There's not going to be a lot of information on here because it's a brand new site. But the first thing you want to do is under customer management, go to connections. This is going to list any of your connected customers and your pending connecting customers.
Okay.
So like right here, we got Ryan's Foods. This would actually be the customer. If you click on that, you'll see the locations pop up below. So the first step is to click on the customer, and then in the box on the right-hand side, there's an accept connection button.
Gotcha.
So if you accepted that, you'd be connected to the customer, just the customer. You would then need to go to your location, and it kind of tells you information too here. I mean, it'll give you your address, location, and that's all based off, what you have in your locations menu. You would accept this connection. this is another, so there's 2 locations here. There's the Denver and then the High Five training. If you click on the location, accept that, you'll see that there's 3 items that are pending too.
Okay.
So you'd be able to accept those connections as well.
Okay. So those are the 3 layers, right? So
Yes.
Walk me through this. Actually accept this. So
Okay.
connect to the High Five Training Supplier Group location. Or first you have to do the customer, right? So
Correct.
first it's Ryan
Yes.
Foods. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So if you go to Ryan, clicking on Ryan's Food, accept connection.
Yep.
You'll see too that if it's a pending connection, it's just an outlined folder.
Gotcha. Okay.
But once it's connected, it turns to a solid blue. So it's kind of a quick visual reference. Oh, I'm already connected to these, or oh, this is the pending one because it's an outline.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, you're connected to the customer right now.
Okay.
Then connecting the location level. If you click on that,
All right.
I always recommend just kind of reviewing the information there, make sure it's correct, the address, everything.
Yeah.
If everything looks good,
Yep.
you can accept that connection. And you notice that little box turn blue.
Turns blue. Okay.
Yeah. And then next step is going to the item.
Okay.
So the item's a little bit different. This information might not this might be the customer's item ID. If you click accept connection, this allows the user in the supplier group to enter their own information. So they might be using the same number, 016 test. They might not. They might have their own item IDs.
I see.
So in that case, they can enter whatever their item is. My name is test food. And then there's a category. So there's a list of categories, whatever best describes your product. We'll just say this is another seed. This bottom row, it's not a required field. If you have like a SKU number, UPC number, you can always put that in, but it's not required.
Okay.
And then once you click continue, that item is now connected. And then it has like the check mark in the circle there.
Okay. So then once all 3 levels of connectivity are established, that's when I can start getting those documents over to customers, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So once the customer and the location is connected, and then if there's items as well, that'll now show up in the document requests.
Gotcha.
So under Ryan's Foods, the customer, the location, and that first item, they're all showing up under document request with the documents that the customer is requesting.
Gotcha. Okay. So walk me through this badge over here. What's going on with this 24 that's showing up?
Yeah. So we call them just that, little red badges. Basically, there's 24 pending documents, and that is combining the item and the location level documents. So if you click on the location, it still says 24, but out of 24, those 15 are item documents.
Gotcha. Okay. And so from here, I already know that I can start giving those documents out to my customers.
Yes.
How do I actually go about doing that? How can I trigger it so it goes off and they've got what they've requested?
Absolutely. Yeah. So out of the list of documents the customer is requesting, there's 3 buttons here. That first button with the little cloud and the upload, the arrow. If you click that, that actually brings you to the window where you can actually browse your hard drive for this folder.
Okay.
And once you select your file, you can just put in an effective date. I mean, if it's a document, you can put in today's date. If it's something where there's an actual date on the document, you can put that in here. For example, we'll just put July 1st. It'll automatically generate the expiration date.
Okay.
And then you just click continue, and it'll upload it straight to the customer.
And once you're doing that, it starts chipping away at that badge number, right? So if you would have submitted that, then it would have shown 23 documents.
Exactly.
For example. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I would come in here, get my connections established. I would jump into document requests to start delivering stuff. And at that point, am I done? Can I get out?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean,
nice.
once this list is down, I mean, you'll see this is a needed tab and provided. Anything you provide is going to show up on this list, and if everything's on the provided tab, you're good. Okay. I mean, you can exit out.
Okay. All right. So, how do I find out about new requests?
Yeah. So once in a while, so if there's new documents or new connections, even. Every Tuesday, TraceGains sends out, we call it the e-notification email. It comes out Tuesday morning. This basically just has a rundown, and I have an example here. Basically, it's an email that looks similar to this. It just kind of gives you a rundown of your supplier group. This is for a test site that I have. Right now, there's 37 pending document requests. it'll actually tell you the customer who is requesting those documents. If there's any locations, it'll tell you there's the 6 pending, that's documents, but it'll tell you locations, customers, documents.
And that's every Tuesday?
Yes.
Okay.
Every Tuesday. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. So it's just a quick summary. You'll still get those even if there's 0.
Okay.
But actually, I don't know if that's true.
Okay.
Sorry. I just said that. I'm like, whoa. Yeah, that's, you'll still get these, but it's just a quick rundown of what needs to be done or if there's anything pending.
Okay, cool. All right. So to recap, the most efficient way to go in, right? Create your supplier group.
Yes.
Accept connections on all 3 levels.
Absolutely.
Deliver those documents and pay attention to your email.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday, because it'll tell you how many documents you might have pending.
Exactly.
And maybe, or maybe not. If you don't have any documents, it'll show up or not.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
All right. So let's say you were going to give some advice to suppliers, right? All the stuff that you see on the support side.
Yes.
If you could give them 5 pieces of advice
to
keep them, moving quickly and staying ahead of any challenges, what would those 5 pieces of advice be?
Yeah. So the main thing is, like you mentioned, the 3 levels of connection. That's the biggest thing. But also when you're making those connections, just making sure the information that you're putting in is correct. There's certain things like when connecting an item, the my item ID that you put in, you can't go back in to change that. I mean, there is a way to do that, but it's a big, lengthy process. So, so I mean, that's the biggest thing, just making sure your information is accurate. So once it's connected, you're uploading documents, you're not going to have to worry about, anything wrong information or wrong items being popped up or populated on the forms and stuff. So, that's the biggest thing is just accuracy. And another thing is, some of these documents, they don't always have to be filled out within the supplier group. You can forward some of the online forms. If there's another individual that needs to fill something out, you can do that. And then you'd still submit it to your supplier group. But, there's, that's not 5 things, but
those are important things though. I think 2 things that I would attach to it. Like let's say a supplier did want to actually be more proactive and upload their documents before they're being asked.
Yes.
There's a way for them to do that as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. So there's 2 things. You can actually upload your documents in the document directory. That's perfectly fine. I always suggest just to connect to the customer first, because you might be uploading a bunch of documents in the document directory and then the customer doesn't request any of those. So it's kind of time wasted in a way. But it's definitely doable. Just going into your document directory, you'll see your locations. You can just drag and drop files over here on the right side. Or you can click the add new documents, select your location, and then you can upload the document and expiration dates and everything. And then once a customer is connected, if you already have the document in the document directory and they are requesting it, it'll automatically upload to the customer. So it is a bit of a time saver if you know what they're going to ask, but yet they haven't sent a connection over yet. You can start uploading in the document directory. As soon as you do connect, boom, they're uploaded. So
all right, perfect. And then I think the last piece is that it behooves a supplier to go in and input all of its locations and items and general information and all that stuff, specifically for things like Market Hub. Right. So we have this directory where customers can find new suppliers for, ingredients, and, new products that they're developing. Right? The more information that they've got in here, the more likely they are to be selected within this marketplace.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And then by the user creating their items too, if they already create the item, and then they go to connect to it, it's going to pull the information that they already put in the My Items menu. And as long as discoverable is checked, that'll show up on Market Hub. And customers can search for their product and hopefully get new business.
Perfect. I like it. Thanks a lot, man. I think it's really helpful for us to start creating, that bare bones content. What do you need to get in and get out? And that's super helpful for us. So thanks for walking us through it.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.